Hey everyone, Bridges here from Gurully. I hope everyone is doing great. In earlier videos, we have discussed more about the theoretical part of the read aloud and have shown you how you can perform it with the more technical part about it. But in this video, we are going to discuss more about the practical part, how you can overcome the fear of read aloud and how you should be performing in the real exam for the read aloud part. I'll show you and I'll share you the tips and tricks how you can do that in the real exam with the help of the platform, and there are certain tips and tricks which I'll be discussing by sharing my screen with you. So without much further delay, let's start the video.
Now let me share my screen with you and I'll show you the practical thing how you need to perform the read aloud. So in earlier videos we discussed more of a theoretical part, and this I'll show you the more of a practical part and what you need to keep in mind, how you need to pronounce, what are the things that you need to do while practicing it. Alright, and I'll do it on the not practice question. So this is 35 seconds. I'll repeat the words which are uncomfortable for me to pronounce. The liver cancer can be fatal, but experts are still working to understand how to be best screen for and prevent liver cancer. Data from recent studies suggests that a diet high in processed fiber could increase some people's liver cancer risk. Testing for the level of bile acids could help identify people at a risk of developing liver cancer. We'll try to get 15 marks for this, but let's see. Liver cancer can be fatal, but experts are still working to understand how to best screen for and prevent liver cancer. Data from a recent study suggests that a diet high in processed fiber could increase some people's liver cancer risk. Testing for the level of bile acids could help identify people at risk of developing liver cancer who may need a lower intake of fiber. I hope I'll get 15. Let's see. 14. So where we have missed, just listen out. Liver cancer can be fatal, but experts are still working to understand how to best screen for and prevent liver cancer. Data from a recent study suggests that a diet high in processed fiber could increase some people's liver cancer risk. Testing for the level of bile acids could help identify people at risk of developing liver cancer who may need a lower intake of fiber. Alright, let's move on to the next question. In not so distant past, society shunned people with mental health conditions. Some people believed that evil spirits or divine retribution were responsible for mental illness. Although this way of thinking has been extricated from society in much of the world. So as I click on this word, so I was able to listen how it can be pronounced. This is not available in the real exam, but for the practice purpose, it is available. In the not so distant past, society shunned people with mental health conditions. Some people believed that evil spirits or divine retribution were responsible for mental illness. Although this way of thinking has been extricated from society in much of the world, it is still cast a long shadow. I have added one word over here. See, there are certain mistakes that I have done. So you yourself will be able to judge that where you have made mistake, where you have added certain words. Let's see. See? It's not so. The pronunciation part, the extricated, these are the words which I was not able to pronounce properly. So now let's move on to the third question.
There is also one more thing I'd like to mention, that some students tends to believe that if they speak in a faster tone, they'll get more marks for the oral fluency. But that is currently totally wrong. It will impact your pronunciation part, and also you are more likely to make mistakes for the content part. So For example, if you're talking with your friends or the family members, you speak in a normal tone, right? So same thing you have to do in this exam as well. So I'll show you how. Social media is a powerful tool for making people feel more knowledgeable and may have benefits for people's mental health. Feeling smart can improve self-esteem, commented Dr. Ward. Indeed, studies have shown that news sharing can lead to social learning and political engagement, encouraging people to take more active roles in their communities. So you might have noticed I was not rushing through the content because I have ample time to read the whole passage within the 40 seconds. Alright. So you will get a passage where you will be able to read it in within the 40 seconds. So you don't have to hurry through the content part. See, 14 marks. Let's move on to the next question. There's a lot of research out there that suggests social media are useful tools to stay connected to others. In fact, those who use social media more also reports feeling more social support. However, all of this comes with a huge caveat. See, caveat. We simply don't know about cause the effect. There's a lot of research out there that suggests social media are a useful tool to stay connected to others. In fact, those who use social media are more also report feeling more social support. However, all of this comes with a huge caveat. We simply don't know about cause and effect. 14 marks. Great. Regarding the pronunciation part, you don't need to copy certain accent or the foreign accent. You should be comfortable with your accent. For example, I'm from the Gujarat, so you might have noticed certain Gujarati accent from my speaking. So it's okay. System will not deduct any mark for having certain dialects. Alright, certain people are from the western part or from the Australia or from the Canada, so they will have a certain dialects. So it is completely fine. People with generally sensitive skin have local reaction to chemicals, dyes and fragrance present in products that comes into contact with their skin. They may also get rashes or irritation from clothing or friction. Some people are allergic to certain substance and may react on their skin. I pronounce one word irritation as irration. Let's see if system catch that particular word or not. Perfect. See, I pronounced this word wrongly and it highlighted me that the pronunciation was wrong. So I was discussing regarding the action. Alright. So make sure you use your own dialect, your own accent. You are not trying to copy any foreign accent because Pearson has already mentioned that you don't need to be copying certain accent. Be natural. Use your own pronunciation or the speaking part. Alright. Let's move on to the other question and try to burst some myths which are going on in the market regarding the one-line strategy as well. Alright, in this we'll try to experiment for the one-line strategy that is going on in the market. So I'm pretty sure everyone has heard about it and might be following it, but there is a disadvantage of it for the content part. You'll lose marks in the content. Alright, so let's experiment that. People might think that they are anxious about math because they are bad at it. Your pronunciation score will be good, your oral fluency will be good, but the content will not be good. See, 9 marks. Content only 1 mark. So this will happen if you are following the one-line strategy. No one will tell you that the content marks will be 1 or 0 mark. Alright. So if you are targeting 45, 48, it's good, but if you're targeting 65 or 58, you'll not be able to get the desired score in the reading as well as the speaking part. So it's better you should follow the rules which has been given by the Pearson. As you might be aware regarding the recent update as well, they have targeted the certain templates which were going on in the market regarding the describe and the retail lecture. So this has already been implemented in the algorithm as well. They are going to work, they have already worked on the one-line strategy, how to curb this malpractice for the exam. So it is good that we prepare with the rules which has been given by the Pearson. Alright, let's practice this question. When you are scared, your body will typically try to take in more sensory information. So your face will open up as you breathe more deeply and scan the environment with your eyes. On the other hand, when you are disgusted, you will generally reject sensory information. Let's see what's the score I have got. 13. Where I have made mistakes? There were certain words in the pronunciation and the oral fluency. Yes, the fluency was bit hindered. I took some time, certain gaps and pauses while speaking. Let's do this question. And also one other thing, don't rush through the content, as I mentioned previously as well. Speak it in a normal tone, at a normal pace, without shouting in the mic, because the mic are very ultra sensitive. So whatever you speak, it will capture. So there is no need to shout during the exam. In fact, a lot of what we perceive as a flavor comes from odor molecules that float up to our smell receptors through our mouths. And as with taste, studies have shown the visual cues we get from color help us identify smells more quickly and accurately. In fact, one study found that the sources of a smell doesn't have to be the corresponding color. So in this, I took a longer pause over here because I was unable to maintain my breath while speaking. So it's better you should chunk the whole content in certain parts so you are able to speak in a proper flow. Let's see what the score I have got. 14. The pronunciation was hindered for certain words. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until then, take care, bye-bye and happy learning.